When my brother proposed to the woman who vanished from my life, he asked me to stand beside him, but I exposed their secret romance with one tagged picture, left the guests waiting, and sent him spiraling into ruin. When my brother Jake asked me to be his best man, I said yes immediately. We weren't competitive brothers who fought over everything. Growing up without our dad made us closer. Jake was the confident one who could own any room, but we always had each other's backs. So when he called last spring, excited about finding the one and wanting to settle down, I was genuinely happy for him. He'd had a string of relationships that never stuck, but this felt different. There was a light in his voice I hadn't heard before. That happiness lasted until I walked into their engagement party and saw her face. Natalie stood by the dessert table in a beautiful blue dress, laughing with Jake's coworker. Time stopped. I was back in college, 21, and stupidly in love with a girl who'd vanished from my life without explanation. We weren't some casual fling. Natalie and I dated 8 months senior year. I met her parents. She came home for Thanksgiving. We talked about moving in together after graduation. Then one March weekend, she stopped responding to texts. Complete radio silence. No explanation, no fight, nothing. I called 20 times, left desperate voicemails, even emailed. She'd ghosted me completely. Now, 5 years later, she was engaged to my brother. Our eyes met across the room. She froze mid-laugh, panic flashing before plastering on that fake smile I used to think was genuine. Later, she cornered me by the coat closet. I had no idea he was your brother when we started dating. Please don't say anything, it's complicated. After years of wondering what I'd done wrong, that's what she chose to say? No apology or explanation, just asking me to keep her secret. But here's what messed with my head. I'd posted pictures of us on social media in college. Jake had even commented on one, joking about my Halloween costume while she was dressed as Coraline. Either he'd forgotten completely, or he knew exactly who she was. That thought ate at me for weeks. Natalie started texting about wedding planning, then got personal, reminiscing about our old spots, sending photos of restaurants that reminded her of college. Each message felt like an emotional landmine. At the bachelor party, Jake's hammered friend leaned over and said, "Pretty crazy how Jake pulled this off, right? After everything between you and her." My blood drained. "What do you mean?" His eyes went wide. "Oh, poop. You don't know? Jake never told you?" Everything clicked. Jake had known the entire time. He deliberately pursued the girl who broke my heart. I drove home at 3 a.m., found old photos, and printed one of Natalie kissing my cheek at a college party. Her name tagged, date visible. I slid it under Jake's hotel door the morning of his wedding. He never showed up to the ceremony. Natalie kept checking her phone as guests waited over an hour. She left in her perfect dress, eyes completely dead. I felt satisfaction mixed with emptiness. Jake and I haven't spoken in 2 months. Mom asks why we're not talking. I say we need space. Last week, I got an email from Natalie. "Do you think if I hadn't left back then, we'd still be together?" I haven't responded, but I haven't deleted it either. I wish I could tell you it ended there, but it didn't. I stared at that email for 3 days before finally typing a response. Just one line: "We should talk in person." My hands shook as I hit send. Part of me wanted to delete it immediately, but another part needed answers after all these years. She replied within minutes, suggesting a coffee shop downtown, not one of our old places, somewhere neutral. I arrived 20 minutes early and sat in the corner booth, watching the door. When Natalie walked in, she looked exactly like she had at the engagement party, except the confidence was gone. She slid into the seat across from me, clutching her purse like a shield. We sat in silence for what felt like hours, but was probably 30 seconds. Finally, she spoke. "I know you must hate me." I shook my head. "I don't hate you. I just want to understand what happened." She took a deep breath.